Hello friends, in last lecture we discussed the two level laser system. So today we are going to start the new next level system is a three level laser. So in this three level laser system the energy levels can be generated by E1, E2, E3 according to that of the population inversions of E1, E2 and E3 of that atoms. So where it is represents the E1 and N1 is a ground state level, E2 and N2 represents the next excited state, and E3 and N2 according to that of the next excited state. So according to due to steady state reaches, N0 is equal to N1 plus N2 plus N3 of population inversion can be takes place in so it will be denoted by equation first. So in this population inversion, the rate of change of atoms density N3 can be given by, so it will be the pump firstly it will the pump transition due to E3 which raises the atoms can in the ground state level E1. So energy of E3 state, so it will be transition due to transition phenomena. The atoms in the ground state E1 can be takes place omega p of N1 minus N3. So this will be second step, the non-radioactive spontaneous transition to the level E2 is given by S32 N3. Due to radioactive phenomena, the spontaneous emission can be takes place in non-radioactive elements. The transition level of E2 can be reached according to that of the S32 N3. So thirdly, it is the spontaneous transition to the level E1 can be given by A31 N3. So the rate of equation for N3 can be given by dN3 by dt is equal to omega p in bracket N1 minus N3. So where it will be defined by minus A31 N3 minus S32 N3. It will be the rate of equations of due to time derivatives of the N3 states or population inversion state, it will be represented by dN3 by dt according to that of equation second. So the rate of change of atomic density of that of N2 levels can be given by the stimulated emission. Firstly, we can take this, how can be the stimulated emission process will be generated, and that due to that processing generated, that emission can be takes place from due to the E1 energy level of ground state, and it will be produces laser light can be given by omega 21 in bracket N2 minus N1. In second excited state, the atomic density of that of N2 of population inversion, it can be reach that ground state energy level due to stimulated emission takes place. In the stimulated emission of process, the atoms in the excited states downward direction can be moved. So so it can be defined that the omega 21 is equal to in bracket N2 minus N1. So secondly, the stimulated emission to the level E1 is given by omega 21 N2 minus N1. So it will be defined as the spontaneous due to transitions. The level E1 can be defined by A21 N2. So the rate of equation for N1 can be represented by dn1 by dt is equal to omega p of n1 minus n3 plus omega 21 of n2 minus n1 plus a21 n2. That will be represented equation third. In this state, the stimulated emission can be takes place in excited state to lower ground state. So that of rate of change of equation due to n1 level we can be defined as dn1 by dt in the equation form of third. So next step will be the steady state can be conditions can be reached according to that of the n3 and n2 level of population inversion. So it will be defined by dn3 by dt is equal to 0 and dn2 by dt is equal to 0. That also dn1 by dt is equal to 0 according to that of case the steady state can be reached. So that from equation second we get that the omega p n1 is equal to omega p plus a31 plus s32 n3. So it will be represents the n3 is equal to omega p by omega p plus a31 plus s32. That according to that of in bracket close n1 equation fourth. We get that the population inversion in the third level system n3 will be generated by according to that of in that we can prove that equation fourth. So probability of spontaneous transition from level 3 to level 2 is much higher than that of the probability of spontaneous transition from level 3 to 1. In this way we compare the equation we compare the states of E1 to E2 and E2 to E1. So according to that of population inversions, how can we takes place in higher excited state to lower ground state, how can be reached. So in this way the probability spontaneation of transitions can be takes place a31 less than s32. So it can be defined as n3 is equal to omega p upon by omega p plus s32 n1. That will be denoted by equation fifth. According to that of equation third, we can be give write that omega 21 n1 plus s32 n3 is equal to the w21 plus w21 plus a21 n2. So in this step we can be we get the energy of excited states and be reached in ground state level according to that of population inversion takes place in higher excited state to lower excited states of that stimulated and spontaneous emission phenomena takes place according to that of the inversion population inversion of steady states condition will be reached. So next topic we discussing the continue these equations. It will be the continuously we can derive the next expressions in next next level of that of lecture. So thank you.